Hello again. Well, in my previous video I showed you Ricoh Solar. It was from 1981 and this little beast is from 1980. And to be quite honest, I bought this because of, you know, what's written here. It's a sort of memorabilia in analog photography you need to have. And I didn't have any Zenith camera, so it was a good opportunity to buy one and explore what really is a Zenith and how is it built and what does it feel like. Well, I can tell you, it feels heavy. I'm happy this lens is on it. It's a very good lens. It's all metal. And I think it fits good on this metal beast. But it is from 1980. And even in 1980, this technique they used in this one was, well, very ancient. Imagine how this is 45 years later. It looks like a camera from the 60s, late 60s, early 70s. And it also feels like that. All made of metal. Heavy, and you know, if you press it, it feels very thorough, very well built. The shutter speeds are a bit limited. They go from bulb to 1/500 of a second. Now, that is not very fast, but I must admit I never use 1,000 or even higher than 1/500, simply because of I never needed it, and even I use cameras in the south of Europe. I never missed shutter speeds faster than 1/500 of a second, because I only take pictures of landscapes, cities, nature, not of sports. So for me that is not a problem. Some photographers it is a problem, and I must say I normally only use 100 ASA movies, 100 ASA films, and not 200, not 400, because I love the lack of grain, lack of visible grain of the 100 ASA, and I use even 50 ASA, which I like even more. Back to this camera. What we have here also is a light meter. It's a selenium light meter, and what I liked on this camera, it also worked, and it works pretty accurate. What you have to do is you see the needle here, and you have to put the little circle in the needle, and then when you have done that, you can read from this dial. From this dial you can read the combination of shutter speed and apertures. Pretty simple light meter. Like I said before, it works and it's very visible, and I must admit it is very practical to use. Of course you can set the film speed here, the film sensitivity, you can set it over there. Yes, and it functions, you know, it's easy to handle, no fuss, and it results in a viewfinder that is completely clear. The only thing you see is the image you want to take. I do miss a split image in this viewfinder, but, well, okay, you can't have it all. It also has a self-timer. What you do is you do it like this, and then you don't press this one, because if you do, then you take a normal picture. But you press it here. And then the little mechanism of the self-timer starts working, and it takes about, I think, 10 seconds before it fires. And there it fired. The shutter speed, you set it here, you have to lift up this little knob and put it in the desired speed. Here there's the frame counter, you can see how many shots you have done, and there is a little socket here for a flash, because this is a cold shoe, not a hot shoe. I also must admit I hardly use a flash. I have a little flash, I bought it on AliExpress, it's a very small one. It's only a little, and you can charge it with a USB, and it only works, well, depends of course on the film sensitivity, but up to 3 meters, that's about it. And that's enough for me as a flash. But it also functions with this little socket here. Well, opening the camera, let's see it from behind, what's here to see. It has a cloth shutter, not a metal shutter, but a cloth shutter. Well, also when you look into it, you know, it's 45 years old, but it's still, it looks very good. It looks very good. This one didn't have any scratches or whatever. And it has a M42 lens mount, and it means that all kinds of lenses M42 you can put on this one. You know, the channel Zenography, he made lots of videos about lenses, also M42 mount lenses, and well, you can buy very nice lenses for around 20 to 30 euros for this kinds of cameras. I must admit, I did not take any pictures with it yet, but I will, and I'm very curious about this lens, this Helios 44N lens. I've never used it. Maybe viewers, you can comment on your experiences with this lens. Really, I'm very anxious to use it. So this camera wasn't very expensive as well. I mean, I paid 25 euros for it, including this lens, and I think that is a bargain, because I see this lens going for much more. But the thing was, the seller, it came from someone who passed away, and the seller didn't know if it worked, if everything worked. So I say, okay, you take a gamble. If it doesn't work, I want to pay this, and we agreed. My experience is, if you have a nice chat with people who sell cameras, whether it's from an inheritance or not, you often get a very nice price if they realize it goes to a good home where it's being used and being nourished. Well, like said before, if you ever see this one, you know, for such money, buy it. I think it's fun, and it's a part of photography history you cannot miss, you must have. It's like the Ladas in the automotive history. They're part of it, and so are these cameras. And they feel good, they feel great, they feel very well built. And now it's time to test them. So, well, maybe if I have tested it, I will post also some pictures taken with this one. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions about this beast, please tell them. Please ask.